Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be taking apart the Squawkers Mccaw Parrot. Most of it is just removing these plastic clips. There's a nubbin on this side, on the shell. So on this side it's opposite. So you just go ahead and push the nubbin in while you pull. These are all fairly easy since they're just on his back. The more of these that you pull off, the easier it gets. So here, remove that. So there we have most of his fur off, his back portion. All right, next I'm seeing there are some screws that secure his feet on the inside. I tried to remove the screws here and all it does is remove the toes, but the feet are actually connected to the fur. So if you go on the inside here, you'll see there's a Phillips head screw right there. And this seems to connect to the fur portion that's up here. It's not connected to that portion anymore. Just gotta do the same method here. His feet are loose now. They're just secured to each other with some sort of plastic rod, but they're off from his main body. Unfortunately, this plastic piece here is very long, so I'm not sure if we can pull his fur over it or not. There we go. The main reason why I wanted to try and do this first is so we can have more room to work at the wings. Not sure, this bird, I got it used on eBay and it might have been dropped. It seems like that was supposed to be linked. I don't know if that just broke right now or if it was already broken. I think it was probably already broken because I didn't hear any cracking or snapping noises. And there's a spring-loaded piston-like thing here for his legs. So I'm trying to press it in as I'm pulling the fur over the top. Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. I don't know why. These are like two completely separate legs, but for some reason they had some sort of screw joining them at one point. And it definitely is snapped. I definitely think that was already broken. This next part, we have a few different options of what we could do. His wings are the most difficult part of this. They're this really annoying permanent click mechanism. It basically has a center rod with a nubbin on the top with these clasps that come in around it. So they were meant that from the factory they could press it on once and then it would stay and click on. And we have to figure out how to get those off. You can try and bend them out and weaken them so that you can pull it off. This almost seems like just bending them back far enough is going to weaken them so I can pull it off, hopefully. There we go. One wing off. Again, that's pretty tricky to get to, though. Especially this one definitely has a broken joint right here from whatever fracture he suffered. I'm gonna try and fix it before I put him back together. But there's your annoying little nubbin chicken arm. Alright, then the other side is less broken, so it'll be harder to get to. Because basically the wing is enclosed here. We're going to do the same method of using our flathead screwdriver to go and weaken these little prongs. The third one that's way back here is harder. There we go. Now that's off. Now we can see there's more plastic clips. I guess we could have tried to remove these earlier if I had remembered they were here. I'm not sure if it would have made removing the wings that much easier, because they're still kind of attached to the same thing. And then you've got these clips around his eyes. And then we've got a different type of clip here. These are like double prong pinchers. No, actually they're not quite a pincher. They just sort of has one clip. This is a bit more of a sturdy one. Not sure about these, if we can remove them from this side or not. This one, the plastic clip is on the other side, so it's a bit trickier to get it. See, the fastener's on this side, so. You want to be careful to not rip these, because the plastic is sort of old at this point, and if you bend it back and forth a lot on these weaker joints where it's meant to bend, there's a chance you could just snap it right off. I haven't had that happen at all, but it's something to just look out for. There you have it. Poor Squawkers has been skinned. So now you can go ahead and wash this gently if you like. You can see his white fur is not as white as it should be anymore. And you're gonna have a lot of this loose polyester, but don't worry about it. It's kind of normal with how they sewed him together. And it's sort of this loose mesh on the inside. I did hand wash my other Squawkers when I took him apart years ago, and it definitely made him softer and cleaner. So if you're planning on just putting him back together and stuff, I'd think about cleaning his outer skin. And there you have it, though. He's all taken apart. If you have any questions about this, just let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I'm planning on posting other videos on my other channel, Hockey's Halloween, and I'll be covering electronics teardown on Squawkers. I'm not going to be necessarily getting his whole thing. I'm just going to be hooking up his motors to puppeteer him. So you can stay tuned for that on my other channel. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other videos on my channel.